What becomes of Princess Diana when she is forced to confront the dying of the light? Well, let's hop into the pages of future State Immortal Wonder Woman issue number 1 and find out together, shall we? So then, as we join this newest comic from Becky Cloonan, we are in the future, but unlike all the other future State books, we seem to be even further in the future than some of those other titles we've been following this month. Diana has come to the Batcave to memorialize the loss of her friend and ally, Bruce. Yes, that's right, everyone, Batman is dead, but not fake dead like he is in the pages of Dark Detective, real dead, because like I said, this seems to be even further along in the future. What follows is a truly sweet, truly heartwarming little exchange between Wonder Woman and the Spectre of Batman. She says that despite Bruce's many stubborn faults, at the end of the day, she always admired how he never gave up, always battled for the underdog, and always kept getting back up no matter how many times he got knocked down. Well, except for this time, the last time, that is. Batman also says that while he may have showed people during his time as a superhero that there were causes worth dying for, in Wonder Woman he always saw something worth living for, something worth defending. And defending, even in the darkest final hours, is something that Wonder Woman has been thinking a lot of recently, because as it stands right now, the world, the universe even, is coming undone. Yes, that's right, the world is being swallowed up by creatures of pure darkness. Not even New Genesis and Highfather are safe as this great undoing makes its way to these shores of Apocalypse. The situation has gotten so bad that Big Barda and Orion even go to try and get Darkseid to take an interest in this undoing, but you know, he could really care less. Though admittedly, Darkseid's interest is ultimately piqued when he realizes that these beings of darkness that have destroyed even Apocalypse are actually creations of pure anti-life. AKA that thing that he has spent so much of his existence chasing after, now it's pretty much found him and cost him his own planet. And with not much else to do and not much else to interest him, Darkseid decides maybe now is the time to head to Earth for his final great confrontation with the heroes there. But who exactly is left to challenge Darkseid? Not that many people. Wonder Woman returns back to the Themyscira and we realize that Swamp Thing is living there as a tree, the last living embodiment of the green. Wonder Woman had hoped to use the power of Swamp Thing to reseed the world and make it livable again, but it seems like that may not get a chance to happen as the other Amazons have decided that they don't want to go quietly into that good night. They, warrior culture that they are, want to die with their boots on and weapon in hands, fighting against the great undoing, even if that will almost certainly be a losing battle. Wonder Woman tries to talk some sense into them about thinking about the bigger picture, but in the end though, the decision is ultimately made for Wonder Woman as Darkseid comes crashing down to Earth, and he's not alone either. We catch a quick glimpse of Superman here, and he is much older and frailer than he was in the pages of Worlds of War, which leads me to believe once again that this story takes place in the much further future. Wonder Woman gives her sisters an impassioned speech to lead them into battle against Darkseid and the end of the world as they know it. And can I just say, man, this Jen Bartel artwork is eye-meltingly beautiful. And thus the final battle of Themyscira is joined, but Wonder Woman finds herself torn in multiple directions. Her loyalty to her sisters, her honor that she needs to uphold as a superhero, as well as protecting Swamp Thing and maybe the rest of life on Earth as we know it. Now that's where the main story ends, but because these future State books are filled with a ton of great backups, we have another story, this time featuring Nubia, a real cult favorite amongst Wonder Woman fans. Sometimes she's Diana's twin sister, sometimes she's from another universe, sometimes she's just another Amazon that Wonder Woman knows of. Here though, in the future State, it would seem that Nubia has taken up the mantle of Wonder Woman as Diana is somehow indisposed. And it's in her role as a superhero, Nubia ends up crossing paths with Grail. Yeah, remember this character? Half Amazon, half New God, daughter of Darkseid. Seemed like she was going to be a big deal until she just wasn't. Grail, it seems, has been stealing important artifacts from museums and temples all over the world. Nubia tries to stop her during her latest robbery, and while she isn't able to keep her from escaping with the loot, she does manage to touch one of these magic artifacts, and in doing so ends up getting some pretty crazy visions. of ancient wars, secret magic, and even darker secrets yet to be revealed. Naturally, she can't parse all of this on her own, but she knows someone quite wise who can. And that would be local underworld figure Aunt Nancy, owner of the Black Web Spider Club. Oh, get it, Aunt Nancy? Anansi, the African spider trickster god? That's actually really clever. Nubia and Aunt Nancy clearly have some sort of pre-existing relationship, and I'm sure if this ends up going to series, we'll get to learn way more about it. It's with much goading and wheeling and dealing Aunt Nancy eventually opens up and starts talking about what exactly it is Grail has been stealing. Turns out they're pieces to an ancient magical key, one that was created by godlike figures near the dawn of time to try and open up the hearts and minds of the more violent and warlike deities. Here's the twist though, this isn't just a metaphorical magical key, it's a real magical key, one that could be used to open any lock in the world, including the ones that keep the real dark, evil, Lovecraftian shit at bay. As Nubia discovers, Grail already has most of the pieces of the key already, but before we can discover what happens next, the Spiderweb Club ends up coming under attack. And so that was Future State Immortal Wonder Woman issue number 1, everybody, and I thought this comic was really, really cool. Cloonan does a great job weaving in some real poetry to the dialogue here. It's fun to see an older Wonder Woman look back wistfully on her life, all the friends she's made and all the people she's lost along the way, while also trying to keep the world from falling into complete and total darkness. And even if all that other stuff wasn't true, the art is so damn good it would almost be worth the price of admission solely on its own. Then you got this great little Nubia backup that feels fresh and interesting and cool, and I'm sure will please a lot of longtime fans. Overall, I think I'd feel comfortable giving this one a very positive 9 out of 10. This was good stuff.
Hey there everyone, it's your pal Cape Joel again, and if you're seeing my face right now, that means you watched to the end of the video, and I'll always be grateful for that. Retention helps in this crazy YouTube game, and so does becoming a patron. If you head on down to the description, you can find a link to my Patreon page. Recently just redid all the tiers, a lot of cool stuff offering up there, exclusive commentaries, exclusive polls, behind the scenes concept art for Capes and Quest, that's the brand new D&D show I've started soon. Never been a better time to become a patron. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a month and help the channel grow and, help me continue to deliver content like what you just saw. So I want to thank you all, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.